y'all. Welcome back to the Tarot Tea Table. I am your host, Celerity Clarity, and thank you for joining me. And not only for showing up for me, but for showing up for yourselves. I haven't said that in a while, and I just want to say I'm really proud of you for showing up for yourselves. Because nobody's going to show up for you like you do. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into our cosmic briefing through downloads. Please know energy is fluid, so he could be a she could be a he, they could be a they, roles could be switched up, swapped, who knows. I could pull a King of Swords and be talking about your Aunt Marjorie. Please put the energy where it fits and just let the rest sit and let it marinate for those who need it. This is definitely timeless, okay? What I mean by that is, whenever you stumble upon this, it's when it was meant to find you. So I could be posting this on December 12th, and maybe you'll find this the next year on October 30th. It'll be talking about your past, your present, your future. Just put it where it fits and let the rest sit and let it marinate for those who need it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our angel numbers. Today we have 1515, 1616, 717, and then yesterday I saw 333, and I feel like that was definitely paying homage to our last reading. So if you want to, view that one, totally cool. If not, just be open to receiving is what I can say. Let your creative energy rekindle, let yourself, no matter how you describe your own gender or what have you, your sex, just know that you are about to be in Empress mode. The Empress card, that is the third in the tarot deck of the major arcanas. So, know it relates to that. And again, we don't assign genders to the cards. If I feel like super called to, sure, but most of the time, energy's fluid. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into 1515. So we know 1 is related to the sun, so Leo domicile, Aquarius detriment, Aries exalt, and Libra fall. Then we have 5, which is related to Mercury, so Virgo and Gemini domicile, Sagittarius and Pisces detriment, Virgo exalt, Pisces fall. 2 changes are bringing forth 2 brand new beginnings. Oh, do you want to get down, baby? Totally. Let me help you down. I don't want you jumping from my side. There you go. Good girl. Okay.
Show them why.
Sorry, y'all. This is my 3rd time trying to record this, so 3rd time's the charm. Anyway, so 5, Mercury, Virgo and Gemini domicile, Sagittarius and Pisces detriment, Virgo exalt, Pisces fall. I definitely feel like, and this can sound a little vague, but we're going to get further into it. 2 major tests are going to be brought forth through 2 major beginnings, okay? So I want to let you know you are in the home stretch, and I'm getting that these 2 major changes or beginnings could be like change of residence, bringing forth like new opportunities for work, a new career opportunity that expands your network and helps you climb the career ladder with the added boost, or maybe even like transferring to a new squad or a new department within your current career, and you learned like entirely different ways of conducting your work. Or maybe you make a new friend in class who helps you study and you ace your next exams. So these are like some like major benefactors, right? And I know it might seem like a lot right now, especially if you are like changing career or moving home, because from my understanding, change of residence and, change of career can be some of the most most strained and stressful life changes one can encounter. With that in mind, just be gentle on yourself right now, because I feel like emotions are definitely going to be running fairly high. And it's going to be on all ends. We've been talking about this for a while. The whole teamwork makes the dream work. The whole, major tests for, each quarter of the freaking year. Like, that is all explained in the Hecate reading, I believe. Or no, maybe it's explained in the 2026 predictions. I think it's actually that one. So if you're curious as to what the year is going to look like in full, check out the 2026 predictions video, and I'll go ahead and link that below too. Nonetheless, with this, I again feel like you will have a couple of tests of discernment to remind you that the world is not black and white, and it can easily be brushed red. Okay, on any side. All right. Test 1. I feel like this will relate to your code of ethics versus your place of work or your place of study. You are going to face a dilemma in which your own moral compass will be tested. So how you react is up to you. An example, maybe you are confronted with an individual who isn't exactly safe for specific populations of people. You may be in a position where you cannot exactly distance yourself from this person. Like maybe you have to interrogate them. Maybe you work in healthcare and it goes against your own moral compass to interact with an individual such as this, but you have to care for them. It's things such as that. I feel like you just cannot exactly distance yourself from this person, okay? Nonetheless, with you in close quarters, I'm getting that this person, this group, whatever, whomever, Kevin, whatever you want to call it, I'm getting that they just do not do well with general populations in general. So there's that. I mean, if they don't really do well with other people, or say you take them out and they're yelling at the bartender or at the waitress or the waiter, and they're just treating them like complete dirt, I feel like that speaks volumes about a person's character. I also feel like that puts you into a position to where it's okay, how do I handle this? So I'm getting this person just does not do well with others, let alone the general population. How you react is up to you, but they can sense it's almost time for you to branch out and depart, okay? And they're going to keep escalating in hopes of you being stuck with them if you cannot control yourself and your temper. I am getting we have a lot of hotheads here, or hotheads in recovery as we call ourselves. If you cannot control yourself and your temper, they will essentially play you like a fiddle. Don't let them play you like a fiddle. I had channeled Devil Went Down to Georgia by Charlie Daniels, and I got the lyrics specifically. You probably didn't know, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll just make a bet with you. So it's little do they know that you have seen them trying to run game on you for a while now, and you know how to handle yourself for the most part. But again, emotions are high, and I want you to try to do your best to keep your distance, or if you can't keep your cool, just keep your distance as much as you can. That's all I can really say. And be gentle on yourself, but try not to blow your top, because I feel like a lot of people have blown their tops recently, and we'll cover that more later. Oh, there goes my pen. That's okay. I have more pens. We'll cover that more later, but I just want to ensure that you guys get these blessings and that you don't self-sabotage. Okay. Little do they know that you see the game for what it is, and you have the roadmap to navigate your way through this situation. You could easily match energy and hold up the mirror, again, for the millionth time, probably. But just like we've been talking about in our past messages, sometimes we have to have radical acceptance and just take people at face value, meaning that some people don't want to change, okay? If they don't want to change, we cannot force them. Some people are literally just motherfuckers, and it's not up to you to save them. Just save yourself the energy. If need be, like, redirect if you do know how to do that. If it's not safe to do so, please don't even try. Like, don't even play the game with them. Okay? Like, please be careful, because people like this, I feel like, are dangerous. And people don't take it seriously, especially if, like, they've had them in their lives forever. But I feel like we do visually see them escalating more and more, but oftentimes they cannot see themselves escalating, and that's the scary part. Or maybe they do, and maybe they're doing it on purpose, and that's scary too. Yeah, just do what you gotta do. You've got your roadmap. Remember, some people are just motherfuckers, and it's not up to you to save them, okay? Y'all already know going tit for tat with this person or group really just gets neither of you anywhere. Both of you end up, bottoming out together and just spiraling together. And that's not okay, to enable it on their end or to provoke each other or anything like that. I had gotten the lyrics. I don't like to save hoes, baby. I ain't got a cape. And that is from Fish Scale by Swaco, who originally was Swaco the Child back when he released this song, but now he's Swaco and he's trying to get into, I think, punk rock, like Machine Gun Kelly. But I haven't heard any of it. The Fish Scale is old. Second scenario. This one is much lighter, but nonetheless, you may encounter a situation in which you attempt to wrongly stereotype someone without even realizing it, okay? I feel like you might not even notice until afterward due to the heavy cognitive dissonance and conditioning, okay? I feel like this is also due to conditioning. I'm getting you were trying to be helpful, but you had a situation in which you wish you put your foot in your mouth. And I don't blame you. For this, I had channeled from the show 60 Days In. I think she was from the first season. I could be mistaken, but her name was Yaz. And she was trying to help this woman who came in after her. And this woman seemed to have some challenges, and she seemed like she was mentally differently abled. On the same token, she was also pregnant. Okay? So Yaz was trying to help this woman. This woman was getting bullied, okay, while in jail. And Yaz tried to step in, and she was trying to infer to the bullies, like, she mouthed this, and she was like, short yellow bus guys, come on. And was then attacked verbally by 2 other show participants for her choice of words. I want to say, first and foremost, that Yaz was a social worker. And while the choice of words was incorrect, she later, definitely states that she should have used better diction, and she apologizes. But I feel like no matter what Yaz did, she was just framed to be this terrible person. And it was a really strange situation. But you could be on either end. You could be on the receiving end, or you could be the one antagonizing someone for wrongly stereotyping. So put it where it fits. With all of that, I'm assuming that this blender wasn't, it wasn't intentional. And it really does require an apology and some afterthought despite that. It doesn't make you a bad person. You are literally just human, and the important part is taking accountability for this specific blender and trying to make things better. If you are coupled, get ready, because your relationship is literally soaring to the next level within just a few weeks, okay? Like something maybe even contractual, like marriage, or even co-signing on a lease, or even going in on a mortgage together, or an escrow, or maybe even co-signing on a car together. Your person is going to open up to you in the next few days to remind you of how much they love you and how blessed they feel to have you in their lives. Like, I feel like lots of communication, and I want to highlight this, is going to be flooding in for y'all, okay? They have had a lot of time to themselves, to think about this relationship and how much y'all have grown together and how happy you make each other, okay? For some of you, this is your baby mama, baby daddy, or you're currently preggo by this individual. Kind of referring back to 333, I had that energy there. With that, if that is the case and your partner knows, they really admire your pregnancy glow. Just saying. I feel like even if you're not pregnant, or even if this isn't your baby mama, baby daddy, if this is just your current partner, this person feels you glow inside and out. Okay, like I'm getting they literally call you an angel. And I just channeled, what is it? Don't Call Me Angel by Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus and Lana Del Rey. I'm gonna put that in too. That's funny. But I also channeled on top of that, Don't Call Me Angel. Miley and LDR. Cool. I also channeled the song Golden, specifically the version by Cannons though. Even though I know it's originally by Harry Styles, it was specifically the version by Cannons. And I feel like this is how you both feel about each other. I feel like you both just see each other in this golden light, almost to the point of putting each other on a pedestal. I do not recommend putting each other on a pedestal, as you are both human, and I want you to remember that, but definitely give each other lots of love. If you're feeling extra lovey-dovey, show it, and, definitely give them the love they deserve as much as they try to do the same for you. I feel like you and your person have kind of been in a perpetual state of go, 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 okay? You're both exhausted, and if you haven't already, now would be a great time to plan a vacay or a staycay, okay? And with that, I channeled I Know by Big Sean featuring Janae Aiko. I think I channeled this song twice this reading. But specifically the lyrics, I know you've been going through some things. I know, damn it, I know you just want to get away. Maybe you could use a vacation or something like that. I didn't bring my laptop with me, but y'all, it's coming. It's coming. If you have not already gone on your vacation, your staycation, it's coming. Okay, 1616. Moving on. One that is related to the sun, so Leo domicile, Aquarius detriment, Aries exalt, and Libra fall. And then we have 6, which is related to Venus, a Libra and Taurus domicile, Aries and Scorpio detriment, Pisces exalt, a Virgo fall. Y'all, my own Venus is in Virgo. I'm just saying, it's hard out here for Virgo Venuses, so we doing our best. Anyway, you and your partner, if coupled and in a secure relationship, you are going to be able to really focus on your relationship as you take these next major steps together. I'm getting that y'all have been yearning for this time together because you never really got enough of it. Like, I'm getting most of your time was dedicated to multiple things outside of y'all that either legit required undivided attention, such as, work or, school or kids or what have you. Or it simply, was something that stole y'all's attention. And, that happens. Whichever it is, y'all are getting the time to spend together to actually relax and focus on building with one another. I feel like you're going to be getting to know each other again, too. And it's going to be like this newfound love. And it's going to feel really good. Like, really good. Like, I feel like you both are going to learn how to communicate better, and you're going to understand each other a lot more. And it's going to show. Ooh, I did not highlight any songs, did I? Anyway, your partner also wants to open up to you about something that they've been carrying, and it's been really heavy. And this could be them just gushing over you and letting you know how much they love you again and how lucky they feel to be with you. Or, Lulu, hey, come on down from there, please. Sweetheart. Thank you. You can't be jumping on the windows, baby girl. Those aren't our windows to jump on. I can't wait till the water gets here. I'm so thirsty. Anyway. But yeah, they might just feel really lucky to be with you, and they might just gush over you. Or this could be something that, they've been avoiding. Some baggage that they've been carrying that they just do not want to face. Some feelings they do not want to confront alone, and I don't blame them. Because oftentimes, especially if we have never done shadow work before, I feel like it is important to find someone trusted to do so with. And I mean trusted, like family or a friend or someone who will not be, using it against you, and, who is also open to growth and challenging themselves as well. Or even a therapist. Okay, I feel like a therapist is a great start for shadow work. In fact, my last therapist, she was heavy into like Carl Jung and shadow work and that sort of aspect. And she really broadened my own mind to all of that. And I'm just saying, you may be pleasantly surprised. Nonetheless, if this person needs additional resources like therapy, maybe gently suggest such. But nonetheless, thank you for being there for them, because I feel like this person feels very alone. And I feel like you feel very alone. And I'm hoping that, you will be able to branch out outside of each other and, eventually find your soul tribe. But right now, it's time to focus on a little bit more interconnectedness. And the soul tribe will kind of follow, like, with these changes. So, like, let's say it's a change of residence, or it's maybe a change of work, or, change of school, whatever. That is probably where you're going to be meeting your soul tribe. And if you're not partnered, expect to find a partner with these changes. Okay. I channeled Cinnamon Girl by Lana Del Rey, specifically the lyrics, "There's things I want to say to you, but I'll just let you live. Like if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first who ever did." Oh my goodness. Those are some heavy lyrics. That song, it pulls on my heartstrings. I don't know, if y'all have ever heard it. I used to listen to it, when Norman fucking Rockwell, that album by Lana, came out. Cinnamon Girl was my shit. I was going through some shit, though, so I was really glad to have that song to kind of feel cathartic, Nonetheless, with those lyrics, I feel like both of you feel this way toward one another. The whole, "There's things I want to say to you, but I'll just let you live. Like if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first who ever did." I feel like both of you may feel extremely vulnerable after everything that you've gone through, especially in the past few years together, I feel like it could have really done a number on you. And, you could be seeing the effects, not just emotionally and mentally, but physically as well. I feel like y'all are really going to see the benefits from these changes that you make when you do get that distance from, the individual or group or coven that you've been dealing with. And again, it doesn't have to be no contact. What I'm saying is just, if there's that distance and it's put there by the universe, maybe welcome it instead of forcing it to, fuck off and, losing the opportunity altogether, or, just being too afraid to take the leap. But you both are going to be healing your core wounds, okay? And this will take extensive work from the heart chakra. Remember to eat and drink lots of greens right now. You can totally juice them. That is okay. I love juicing personally because it is one of the easiest ways to... That must be what they're barking at, those burbs. But that's one of the easiest ways to go about getting most of your nutrients without having to sit there and eat it. You could just chug it down real quick and then be on your way. Yeah. I also channeled for when y'all do, finally at least get this vacation or staycation. I feel like it's going to feel like when John Hamm is in that video for Turn the Lights Off. Y'all have seen it. He's up in the club and it looks like he literally just did some MDMA and he's fucking feeling himself afterward, and he's just feeling the vibe and feeling the music. And if you're an ex-raver, I feel like you'd get it. But that doesn't mean you have to actually do MDMA or ecstasy to feel this way. I feel like that's just how the collective is going to feel in the coming months. Y'all will be in pure bliss and ecstasy because you both are literally going to be at peace finally. You're going to be able to take that deep breath and actually feel the deep breath. It's not going to feel like you cannot take a deep breath. I feel like that's one of the easiest ways to check if you're in fight or flight. Check your breathing. If we're not getting those, full breaths, it is going to affect us, mentally, physically, emotionally. Breathing's important, y'all. Anyway. I feel like y'all will finally be able to release any inhibitions, and I also want to remind you that You are incredibly lovable as you are, and after being broken down and consistently scapegoated, it can make it hard to believe that, but you are wonderful inside and out. Okay, the whole golden inside and out thing. Like the divine. See the inner and outer work that you have been doing and how consistent you have been despite how long and hard the road has been. Oh my goodness. Okay, I had channeled when I had gotten that as you are by the weekend. Those within your support system see the work you've been doing too, and they love you for who you are. They love you for who you are. These stories, the narratives, they do not, seem at all consistent with who you've been, nor the person you aspire to grow into. And I'm talking about the narratives that, this group or coven or whoever that person is, that they're spreading, right? Any sort of rumors or anything in terms of gossip. These individuals outside of that, your support system, they love you for you, not who they want to mold you into be. That's how you'll be able to tell who loves you for you. And I'm not talking about not being challenged at all, because you should want to grow. What I mean is not getting rid of some of your favorite hobbies just to replace them with, your partner's hobbies. I feel like that kind of consistency is where you'll notice who your support group is. Okay. I mean, yeah, you'll have that, the whole concept of being open to compromise and doing things together. But what I mean is you both still have your own hobbies outside of each other. You both are still your own person outside of each other. And those who allow you to feel that way and express yourself that way, it's important to find them. Okay. Someone here is exceptionally creative, and you are learning that you have many talents, okay? You seem to add beauty everywhere you go. The energy in your space, especially your home space, because it just radiates your energy. It just feels incredibly Venusian and warm and comfy cozy. I like it. All right, moving on to 717. We have 7, which is related to Neptune. Okay, so Pisces domicile, Virgo detriment, Leo exalt, and Aquarius fall. Then we have Leo, then we have 1, which is related to the sun. So Leo domicile, Aquarius detriment, Aries exalt, Libra fall. With 717, I want you to keep dreaming. Your manifestations are here, and y'all are realizing just how powerful your magique, your manifesting abilities, the way you materialize, your help from your guides, your prayers. You're realizing just how powerful all of it can be. With that, please remember to be responsible. Don't bring into fruition, some self-sabotaging behaviors. Allow yourself to receive and never stop dreaming. Also, please do not, feel that you have to go out of your way to thank anyone for the approval that you just received, other than the person who approved you, yourself, and the divine, and those who helped get you there. Otherwise, just fuck the rest. If they didn't help you, they don't need a thank you. And I feel like if they didn't help you, they are delusional if they think what they did in the dark and the grand scheme of things will never come to light. I'm channeling my songs know what you did in the dark, light them up. And I don't even listen to that song. I don't even like that song, but I channeled that song and Thanks for the Memories, and both of those are by Fall Out Boy. Let me highlight those. My songs know what you did in the dark, light them up. Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy. So whoever was doing that grimy-ish in the shadows, in the background, throwing shade, and, you know, for some, you know, worse than just throwing shade, good luck to them. That's all I can say. I channeled the lyrics, Just Stop Your Crying, Girl, It's a Sign of the Times. And that's from Sign of the Times by Harry Styles, who is also, surprisingly, currently under fire right now from his previous bandmates in One Direction. Like, major scapegoat energy here, y'all. Major scapegoat energy. And it's like a sign of the times, okay? It's just, people are like this. We are phasing out the year of the wooden snake. We are in the year of the fire horse. Like, y'all, expect action, expect shit to move fast, expect your life to, especially if y'all are just coming out of your Saturn's return, but just expect life to just be in full throttle, like almost like you just picked up a Moldavite, or if you picked up some heliotrope, like, be prepared. And if you haven't, maybe pick those up. Those could be very helpful. Those bring in a lot of change. Nonetheless, they are going to try to scapegoat you, especially if you find success. I feel like they're doing that with Harry Styles too. Nonetheless, let them. Let them. Be careful with your thoughts right now, as again, you are a manifestation magnet, and so is your partner. Check yourself before you wreck yourself with any negativity, any spiraling or imposter syndrome, because others around you want you to act a certain way or from a certain heart space that won't necessarily benefit you in the long run and could, you know, again, bring forth a lot of sabotage. Y'all, please work on your heart chakra. Thank you. Be careful with your thoughts right now. Oh, already said that. Pay attention to your dreams, because if you really don't know who is sending evil eye your way, your nightmares will tell you. I feel like the good dreams and good circumstances will also show you exactly who is in your corner before you make this next major move. And yes, for some of y'all, it's an actual move, so pack your bags and bon voyage. With that, like, for instance, with like the good dreams, I remember I had this nightmare in which my ex was stalking me, and then it turned into a good dream because it was in the mall. And inside of that mall, when I was trying to hide, I found my fiance and I found my sisters, and they were with their men. So I felt safe and I felt better, and we just went back to this really grandiose house that I have never seen before, and we had a big old barbecue in the backyard. And my dogs were running around and playing in the grass, and it just turned into just this beautiful, beautiful dream. So pay attention to your dreams, because your subconscious is trying to show you who is right for you, and, you know, who just might be going out of their way to smite you. I also had another dream. The one I just talked about was like from like last year, but I also had another dream from this year that I remember, in which someone was coming at me, and this was someone in my family, and he just like was following me around the house and just annoying the shit out of me. And then I went into the kitchen, And I was like, I'm just gonna make myself some food. Maybe I'm hungry. And so I'm making this sandwich, and this dude, he won't shut the fuck up, and he's just like, that looks so good. Can I have some? Will you make me one? And I was like, you know what? You can have the sandwich. And I just picked up the sandwich. It was open faced, by the way. And I just rubbed it all over their face. And then I walked away. I'm not saying to do things like that, though it felt really good to do that in the dream. I would never do that to someone in real life. I feel like that was just showing me like who this person is and how my subconscious sees this person and to avoid them. And, you know, that this is how this person is going to treat me and this is just how this person is. So avoid them. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your nightmares. If you are wanting more signs and synchronicities in your waking life, pay close attention to the sky. Specifically, you know, the weather, the clouds, birds, counting crows and ravens. I'm getting for some of you, eagles are important. Let me write that down too, because I've been seeing a lot of eagles. I feel like these symbolize freedom. They can symbolize power, leadership. This is just off the top of my head because I can't use my phone. I don't have my computer either. They symbolize leadership. They symbolize independence, freedom, strength, and obviously America. So take that as you will. I feel like it's also a major sign within Native American culture. My fiance would know better than I do. He is part Native American, but what does it symbolize? I think it literally symbolizes a new positive beginning. I will have to double check, but he would know better than me. Nonetheless, eagles are importante. Let's see. Definitely pay attention to any like thematic elements. If you're like playing games or watching movies or reading a book, these could totally like give you signs and synchronicities too. And songs. And simply just try to enjoy nature, the wildlife, the plants. Everything has its own symbolism. Let your head be in the clouds, but don't forget to meditate, y'all. All your heart chakra. But don't forget to meditate and ground. To meditate on your heart chakra, you could totally like think of like maybe like light and color therapy. So when in meditation, focus on your heart center where your heart chakra would be, and imagine a bright green light emitting from the heart chakra, from your heart space. And just meditate on that. Allow it to be open, allow it to beam, allow it to be present, allow it to make itself known so that it no longer has to hide and make itself scarce in areas where it did not feel safe, especially if you were trying to be in your feminine energy. If it did not feel safe to be in your feminine energy, you definitely have some heart chakra work to do. And I totally get that. We all, again, have feminine energy, whether we identify as male, female, whatever. So please eat your greens, drink your greens, do some meditation, do your thing, give love, accept love. Thank you. Pet a dog. Thank you. Someone around you, be it like at work, school, home, maybe some family, friends, whomever, they seem to really dictate the mood of whoever they come around. Like if they're not happy, nobody in the house or the place, the school is happy. I feel like they will actively go out of their way to try and ruin everyone else's mood, especially if everyone else is in a good mood, because I feel like this person is permanently in a sour mood, to say the least. Like, they legit just constantly seem to be in a bad mood, and they want to just stir the pot because they're in a bad mood. Please note, especially if y'all really are about to move homes, careers, schools, what have you, if this person is privy, again, they are going to escalate. Keep yourself safe, but do your best to not participate and just try to allow things to dissipate. And if not, do your best to, if you have to, redirect and know that is the way to navigate. Let's see. Just realize that even if you actively try to de-escalate with this person, being that this is not their own goal, it just does not work most of the time, I feel. They want to argue. They want it to be a spectacle of theatrics, and that's fine for them, but collective, like, you do not have to participate, and you deserve to be treated better, and we should not be treating others in that way anyway, okay? We don't need to participate in the theatrics. Let them blow their top, okay? Ask yourself before even engaging, is this person equipped to have this conversation right now? And I can bet you my bottom fucking dollar, with someone who can only see in black and white, you would never get anywhere, and the conversation would just go round and round while simultaneously escalating. Y'all, you are better than that. Don't waste your energy on those who keep actively trying to drain it. Do not let the BS sent your way make you question whether or not all of this is even meant for you. Right now, expect the nastiest of nasty fucking shit to be sent your way. Especially if you genuinely are and feel like you're about to level up. That means expect delusions and illusions, because some people do like to, play with the craft, and that ain't none of my business, but I'm just getting that your guides, your ancestors, your angels, your deities, whoever you are praying to, they don't like that, and they're going to handle it as they see fit. With that, I feel like you are highly sensitive right now. Especially if you are working on opening up your chakras, you are going to be incredibly sensitive, especially if you are about to make these next major moves and take these major steps. You're going to have high running emotions. Right now, just be wary of yourself and any self-sabotage or outer sabotage. Be gentle on yourself right now during this major transition and new beginning, because you're on the cusp and they can feel it. You can feel it, they can feel it. Don't ruin it for yourself, please. Okay. I feel like in the next coming weeks, or maybe even the next coming days, y'all are about to get just a little one, of what it's going to be like, how you are going to live. You are going to feel like you and your person, again, are on vacation or on a staycation. Okay. I feel like some of y'all may have blown your top or had a meltdown, like we had talked about in the beginning. And the shame we feel after, honestly, is what helps us course correct in the future. But it's not meant for us to dwell on. Like how we had talked about how we should see these emotions that we don't like to feel in particular, such as shame, how we should see them as unwanted guests within our sanctuary, but at the same time, they're still guests. And they're not going to leave. Lulu, hop down. One sec.
Hold on tight. We're almost there.
Like we planned, I'll try my luck wherever the most chroma faces are.
Right, and we'll do our best to look for Lidong around here, so we can uncover the Chihua Pavilion's biggest secrets.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh yes, we were talking about treating those emotions we don't like to feel as unwanted guests in our sanctuary, and seeing our bodies as the sanctuary. And though we don't want to address them, much like, you know, we talked about with the woman in the yard, they're going to stay there until we address them. Any sort of shame, again, it's literally just for course correction, but remember, it is not meant for us to dwell on. So maybe take these next few days to journal about it and just really think about it. Here's a prompt. What was I truly feeling when I erupted? What have I been burying and overlooking? An example, like, could this be frustration and anger? Could this be sadness and confusion? Could this be fear of abandonment? Could this be fear of betrayal and hurt? Or have I already been betrayed and hurt? Could this be fear of loss of control? Could this be all of the above? With that, name one thing daily that is yours, even if it is a small pleasure. Ensure that what you're blowing your top off over is actually worth it. Otherwise, this reaction may be from a buildup of things going on in your environment and not, you know, the exact issue that you blew up about. I feel like it's really important to think on that, and some apologies may be in order right now. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. That's not it. Is this it? I should burn this. I'll keep this out to burn tonight. I have a little manifest log, and I think I'll burn it tonight. Alright, I've got our mantra. I cloak myself in a chiffon of pink. I ask my spirit guides, ancestors, deities, angels, and Mother Nature ground me in a protective glimmer, so I may think and so that I may shimmer. I am your oracle of the light, your seer in the dark. Please grant me that creative spark and allow me to bask in your divine essence through this confusion and stark. I am you and you are me. Voice through me these messages you wish to speak, and blessed be. And so it be like that sometimes. Yes, let's keep that out too. Set this over here for now. I'm really happy that you guys could join me here. I had to do my best to remember everything. Like I said, I forgot my laptop, but that is okay. Let's see. We're gonna start with Disney Villains Tarot deck. My fiance got me this. Thank you so much, baby. Mwah. But this is by Minerva Siegel with illustrations by Miss Ellie Goldwyn. I hope y'all are having a wonderful week so far, you know, whatever day it happens to be for you. I hope that the weather is treating you nicely, and that as your blessings flow in for you, that you treat yourselves nicely as well, because they're on their way, and it's gonna be really fucking dope. song is that? I just channeled... It's a song by Lana Del Rey. Is it China Doll? Is it called China Doll? Boy, you're so dope. Your love is deadly. I can be your China doll if you want to see me fall. Channeled those lyrics. That may apply to someone here. I don't know. I feel like some of y'all again are falling in love again. I'm waiting on a Walmart order. So if, I don't know if there's a doorbell here. If the doorbell rings, sorry. I need water. Okay. For our crowning energy, we have 7 of coins in reverse. We have Ace of Wands in reverse. I want one more. This is for our crowning thoughts. The crowning thoughts and energy. What's at the forefront right now? Crowning thoughts for the collective. Oh, thank you. The Devil in reverse. I'll take it. Good for you guys. I heard that handsome devil. Put it where it fits. Maybe some of y'all are like breaking up with someone. Because like with the Ace of Wands in reverse, like I feel like someone might have been digmatized in the past and now they're like, ooh, never mind, never mind. Oh wow, this is a lot. This is for main energy, but I'll take it. I honestly just want to get it all out there first. So we have Ace of Coins in reverse. We have 5 of Cups in reverse. Not everybody can come with you because sometimes those very same people who you're crying over, those very same people, they're the reasons why you lose out on a lot of opportunities, and it's because they intentionally try to thwart them. We have the 6 of Coins. We have the Key of Cups in reverse. Key of Cups in reverse. We've been getting the Key of Cups in reverse a lot. And we have the Moon. I love this picture of Yzma. Look at her. She reminds me of, this might be the energy that y'all are in, but she reminds me of, I think it's Miranda, who is Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada. I feel like y'all are very fashionable. This is kind of like off topic, but people love your fashion sense. Some of y'all might even dress very dapper. People love that. Okay. With that, some of y'all might be kind of like Miranda, and you might be not necessarily being, you know, the devil in The Devil Wears Prada, but rather stepping into that whole villain era. Like, if you want to villainize me, like, I will show you exactly who I am, and, you know, I will stand in my power. I'm not saying that you're going to, again, I'm not saying you're going to be a bitch, but I'm saying that you are going to master your emotions, especially as you figure out what has been done in the dark. Because slowly but surely, things are going to come to light. You're going to find out about a lot of missed opportunities because of this person. You are also probably going to mourn some missed opportunities that you do recollect while you were with this person, that you were privy to, but you seem to have forgotten. I feel like you have let this person off the hook a lot, and things are just going to balance out now. Let's go ahead and get our suppressed and oppressed energy. What is the suppressed and oppressed energy here? What is it? 9:45. Okay. The order should be here in about 15 minutes. Oops. Maybe I dropped those. Boy, you're so dope. Your love is deadly. Blah, blah, blah. I love that song. Okay, 2 of coins. Balancing out, y'all. Let's get a couple more, please. Okay, they said not a couple. We want to give you quite a few. 7 of swords in reverse. We have the 9 of swords. And we have the hanged man in reverse. I feel like this is also kind of referring to the whole, my sins know what you did in, or my songs know what you did in the dark. And thanks for the memories, for sure, by Fall Out Boy. I feel like, oh yeah, what was the overall energy? I don't want to leave that out. We have 5 of wands, and we have 3 of wands. And then the other half of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I feel like some of you also might feel like you're kind of going backwards in the sense of like, especially when you have to interact with this King of Cups in reverse. I feel like much like the moon, it feels like they can control everybody's emotions like the pull of the moon and its gravitational pull on the tides. And think of that as like your emotions with the King of Cups controlling them. I feel like oftentimes they would come in and they'd offset the mood, and it would just be excruciatingly hard to focus on anything outside of that. I feel like there was a lot of like lack of creative energy. I feel like y'all just felt like you were in a rut. Again, you felt like you were going backwards because you were constantly in this BS, this 5 of wands energy, this competition energy that this person kept trying to enlist with you and others. I feel like you are definitely going to see your 3 of wands. You're going to definitely see your ships come in, and you're getting the fuck out of there. You're literally going on a trip and saying bon voyage to this motherfucker or this group or this coven. With the 2 of coins and the 7 of swords in reverse, as well as the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like some hefty karma is on the way for this individual, and for every opportunity that they attempted to thwart for you, it's going to happen to them times 2. I feel like getting out of here is what's going to show you like how often you were planting seeds with the 7 of Pentacles and not seeing your ships come in, not seeing the fruits of your labor, because a lot of your creativity, a lot of your passion, a lot of your spark, and these seeds you were planted were being drained by this devil, by this group, coven, person, whomever. I feel like I just channeled the title to the movie, How the Emperor Got His Groove Back, right? Or How Cusco Got His Groove Back. Or The Emperor's New Groove, thank you. Literally. Like, you're getting your groove back. Okay? I heard pull the lever crunk. And that is literally what the divine is doing right now for you. They're pulling the lever so that you can have your new beginnings just flow right in. You'll be able to actually see the fucking seeds that you sow. They're actually going to grow now. This is going to turn up right. This is going to turn up right. You are going to realize that with the Five of Cups, you were crying over spilled milk. Some of y'all might have even been trying to explicitly, like, show this individual, like, you know, the way, and, like, you know, show them different tools of self-help, or, you know, even gently, like, suggest that maybe they should get additional help outside of themselves, or, you know, maybe they, with the King of Cups in reverse and with Captain Hook being an alcoholic, maybe, you know, you even said, like, hey, maybe AA would help, or, you know, things like that. And I feel like people who are in addiction definitely want others to be in addiction with them so that they don't feel that explicit shame surrounding that addiction, if that makes sense. It feels more like a party and less like a, you know, them just getting fucked up by themselves. I feel like they often would try to bait others into getting this way, and let's say others did get that way. Once others got into that inebriated state with this King of Cups in reverse, they like to really fuck with people and their emotions, and they are almost like a puppeteer, and they like to pull the strings and, you know, really just emotionally manipulate people, especially when they're inebriated, especially when others are inebriated, because it makes it easier for them to be manipulated because they lose their inhibitions. There's the gator back there. We've been seeing the gator, like, what was it? The last reading, or it was the reading before last, huh? We have been seeing the gator spirit quite a bit. And from what I remember, that is like a nod towards strength, towards primordial strength, mind you, as well as towards survival. It's also speaking of like archaic protection. I feel like you don't realize just how much protection you have and how much the divine have been watching as this individual has just been spinning out of control. And I get it. I get how easy it can be to blow your top. And I feel like some of you already may have blown your top. And there's some regrets, you know? You might even, like, you know, have a little blessing taken away because you chose to blow your top. But we can't cry over spilled milk because, again, we choose how to react. And everything, again, there needs to be a balance here. Things are balancing out right now. And that means your karma as well. I'm not saying all of your blessings are being taken away. I'm not saying you actually are getting blessings taken away. But what I'm saying is, you know, confront these emotions, confront these mistakes that, you know, that we make. We have to. And try to learn from them and course correct rather than continuously shaming yourself. And don't get stuck in that shame. Because that can also, you know, be the Five of Cups reverse, being stuck in a feeling of shame, crying over something that already happened that you can no longer change, and missing opportunities because you choose to be stuck in that. And, you know, maybe this could be like you consistently trying to make up for a past mistake. It happened, dude. Like, you can't spend years trying to make up for a past mistake and thinking that you're this, you know, piece of shit, because you're not. I feel like if that is the case, like, you've already done the time for the crime. So please just be a little lighter on yourself. We haven't really confronted the Nine of Swords with the Hangman in reverse. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety here. And again, this could be in terms of like being worried that you aren't necessarily good enough for these changes, or maybe that you don't deserve them. Maybe that you're going to mess something up because you feel like you mess everything up. It's really time to, see that, if things do get messed up, this is a reverse. You're not trying to mess things up. Please, be gentle on yourself. I feel like when you get into these modes of thinking, that's when you self-sabotage. Does that make sense? That was creepy. It sounded like there was someone walking upstairs, but I think it's just the house settling. Nonetheless, with the Nine of Swords and the Hanged Man in reverse here, it's time to stop dwelling on those emotions, and please do not force yourself into the position of the martyr by fucking this up for yourself, because you are going to be, pretty upset, and it would be you crying over spilled milk and missed opportunities if you self-sabotage or you allow this King of Cups in reverse to come in and fuck everything up. I feel like with the Ace of Wands here in reverse, there is a strong possibility, especially next to the Devil in reverse. There is a strong possibility that someone outside of you, especially if this is a coven, someone outside of you is trying to send some dark shit your way, but some black magic. However, with the Seven of Coins in reverse, obviously that shit ain't working. It's not working. None of their shit is gonna work. And just like this Devil in reverse here, and we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse out here. We have the Five of Wands. They've been fucking with you specifically. And I'm getting with the Three of Wands, probably 3 other people. But everything that they tried to do is coming to them at least ×2, if not ×3. They get to see their own ships come in from what the fuck they did. They get to confront their own inner demons. And we're confronting ours too. Alright, I feel like that is pretty self-explanatory. We can get some from Oracle if you guys would like. My order should be here soon. I just don't want you guys to be stuck hearing my dogs barking. I'm gonna try and be quick. Let's see. I want to use this, and I want to use this. Let me make sure I have all of the cards for that. That's that deck. That's that deck. Okay, I have all the cards. Okay, let's pull a couple from Moonology. This is by Yasmin Boland, artwork by Nyx Rowan. I fucked up the box, so the cards are now in here. And my fiance got me this. Thank you, baby. As you can see, it has the symbolism of Hecate, the triple moon goddess. Love it. That is my matron, in case y'all weren't familiar. That is who I, outside of my other goddesses, specifically pray to. Alright. Let's pull 3 from here. No particular spread. No need for slots. I just want to know 3 different types of energies we have to look forward to. Some advice in terms of these energies would be really cool. I don't want all of those. Let me shuffle this again. So there's 2 there. Okay. Oh my goodness, the irony. Okay. Well, we got 2 more instead. Okay. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. That is in reverse. We have be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon in reverse. We have adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon in reverse. We have the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon in reverse. That is our main energy. For overall energy, we have you're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. We also have outer energy. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. We have it's time to release the negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. And we have what do you need to release? Waning moon in reverse. Wowza. Wowza, wowza. I feel like all of this is telling you that the sorts of adjustments that are required and the energy is gaining momentum is primarily within you. Okay, and it's not time to necessarily be bold and make a first move, but rather to pause, go with the flow, bring love into the situation, and continue pouring into yourself as well as, your partner, blah, 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 your children. But continue pouring into yourself and allowing yourself to be poured into. Allow yourself to receive. That is the adjustment that is required, at least right now. Focus on that. Focus on your heart space. Focus on holding still and feeling what you need to feel. Meditate through it. Work on it. Give yourself a lot of love right now. You are very close to achieving your goal. Do not keep, if you already did blow your top, do not keep blowing your top. There are also birds here. Pay attention to birds. Don't keep blowing your top, my friend. Literally, the end of a tough cycle is approaching. This has been fucking crazy. I get it. But it is time to release the negativity and see how this is upright. It's outside of you. It's outside of you. What do you need to release is in reverse. The negativity is outside of you. Once you get rid of all of these negative aspects that you've been clinging to, you are going to see how much easier it is to just live day to day outside of survival mode. Many of you, again, have been in a perpetual state of survival mode, of go, go, go. And y'all deserve rest too. Y'all deserve recuperation too. Y'all deserve... You're human. You don't have to ask permission when you're tired to rest. I mean, granted, yes, that there are like some stipulations. Like if you're at work, obviously you cannot take a nap. But you understand what I mean. I feel like it's time to also let go of those who, especially, this is another kind of hint as to those who aren't necessarily good for you, okay? If they are upset by you focusing on your healing and focusing on pouring into yourself and, doing any sort of self-care rituals, if you will, or what have you, any self-help or going to therapy or taking care of yourself in general, if they are bothered by that, that is a them problem. That is a them problem that they need to work on all the way over there. You focus on yourself and keep doing you. Create that distance if need be. Release the negativity because it sounds like it's them. And I feel like because of who they are, they easily draw out everyone's shadow, okay? The shadow wants to come to play all the time, every day, with this person, with this group, with this coven. And I don't blame it, because their energy, it feels chaotic, but not in a fun way. It feels like like you're on a bungee cord and you just like are going up and down, up and down, up and down. Like you're cliff diving on a bungee cord, but the bungee cord doesn't end. And you're like, when is this going to end? And even though it still like is like, you know, giving you that adrenaline, it's not something that is like that you want to do anymore. It's not something that you're really into. You're getting bored with it. In other words, you're getting bored with it. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Pay attention. No particular spread. I want 7 cards. Three more. We got that last time, I think. And that one. And that one. Okay. Main energy. We have the cat, number 36. The cat indicates flattery if near number 6 foretells personal injury. Near 29 and 30, it denotes strife. We have number 5, the tree, and that is in reverse. The tree, good health. Near flowers, fulfillment of the highest hopes. That's in reverse. We have number 6, the coffin, and that is also in reverse. The coffin foretells acute illness or loss of property when near the person. When distant, a probability of averting evil. Please don't get scared. I feel like with these in reverse, that is literally what's happening. You are averting evil, especially if anybody was trying to send some like murky, nasty black magic your way, but you are averting it. And, you know, any sort of illnesses you've been facing, especially if this was sent your way, any sort of like health problems that have stemmed from this situation, I feel like those are going to get a lot better. Your health is turning around for the better. So much so, I feel like you might even receive a lot of like compliments coming your way, especially with the cat. I feel like since it denotes flattery, I feel like a lot of people are going to be noticing how radiant you are, how much you're glowing, how you seem healthier. You, especially if you distant yourself. Okay, like listen to this. Number 26. The park foretells a new love when very near if distant false friends. You're going to be distancing yourself from false people, false friends, false family members in your life. And you are going to find this newfound love not only within yourself, but I feel like outside of yourself, with your support system, with your partner, with your friends, with the family members who truly do love you as you are. We have number 47, the bride. The bride ensures for a single person the fulfillment of their highest aims when near, if distant, turbulent married life. And this is for those who, number 22, but this is for those who feel like, you know, they're not worthy of love. You are lovable as you are. If you're not partnered, I can only imagine like it probably feels that much worse. And I get that. But on the same token, just know that like you are very lovable as you are. You're adorable. You are wonderful. You are doing the damn work. I am proud of you. The divine are proud of you. And this person coming in, see them as a gift from the divine. See them as your manifestations being fulfilled. And I feel like this is going to be someone who is a little different from who you might be expecting, but your gut will know. Your gut will know. Try not to self-sabotage while with them. All right, number 22, the book presages the discovery of a mystery affecting the person for the better in a degree governed by distance. This is literally right next to the bride. Like, you have no idea the amazing situations that are coming in for you if you let them. If you let them. You have to let them. Happiness is free if you allow it to be, is what my fiance says. Number 48, this was in reverse. The money safe indicates riches. If shut side is toward person, it denotes loss by speculation. The shut side is toward the person. I feel like while you were interacting, and you are going to discover this as like you do create this distance from this person, you are going to discover that this was for the better, because again, there were so many blocked opportunities that you were facing when you were dealing with this group or this coven or this, King of Cups in reverse person. You were dealing with a lot. Like, I don't think you even realize it. And I feel like anybody who was in your situation would, probably have reacted the way you reacted, if not, maybe even worse. But I feel like it's time to forgive yourself and work on the healing and create distance. Number 31. The roads turned to the dark clouds foretells misadventures, but far from the person, the evil consequences may be averted. I always feel like the crossroads, being that Hecate is, the goddess of the crossroads, and comes in to help you. Once you make a decision, she's going to guide you. And I'm not saying that, if you are scared of Hecate, like, you don't have to work with her. But I'm not saying that it's going to be her specifically, but she likes to say hi. She might also be watching over you. She likes to take care of children, of, specifically women, domestic situations, baby witches, things of that nature, even seasoned witches. Like, she loves them all. I feel like evil consequences are being averted, and it's almost like the whole Uno reverse thing, in which everything they sent toward you is going right back to them. If they blocked your opportunities, their opportunities are about to be blocked. Number 50. The bear is a sign of successful speculations. I feel like you realize that this situation just is not cohesive. You are not compatible with this coven, this group, this King of Cups in reverse. You are not compatible with them. You would do a lot better if you create some distance. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but the bear, I feel like that again could be Hecate, like mama bear energy trying to come in and protect you. The bear is telling you that it's time to listen to your gut. Listen to your gut. Don't make stereotypes. Don't make false judgments. No, there is such thing as good judgments, though. Listen to your gut. Okay, with that, I think I'm going to close it here. I had a lot of fun. I'm wondering if my order is here. I'm so thirsty. I'm hungry. Let's see. By all that is divine, I will now close and exit this reading. Thank you for illuminating the path and for not retreating. Our session has now come to an end. This advice I shall not bend. Please be safe on your path and keep me safe in the aftermath. Blessed be. And so it be like that sometimes. Okay, let's go ahead and connect real quick before I go get that order. So y'all. Okay. I think that today's message was pretty self-explanatory. Luna, you're not supposed to be on the couch, baby girl. Let me just about that. I had to get Lulu Bells off the couch. But let's connect. Okay. I feel like this message was pretty self-explanatory. I feel like we are right now, the collective is definitely in the energy of forward momentum, fast movement, not necessarily through like force of action from the collective, but more so from opportunity that comes in for the collective and the collective taking those opportunities, if that makes sense. So not forcing anything. It is, you are in the energy of receiving, it's coming your way. I'm talking like everything is coming your way. If you're moving, like you are going to have job security. You are going to freaking, have space for your projects, your hobbies, space for your animals, space for your children, space for whomever, whatever you plan on doing, it's going to be there. If you want to start dig a pool, you'll have the space to do that. If you want to do homesteading, you'll have the space for that. I'm getting that someone here specifically wants a tea garden and an herb garden. You're gonna get that. So with all of that, please just remain in the energy of receiving. Right now, it is optimal that you do your best not to self-sabotage, or if you did blow your top, go ahead and journal about it, work on that. But just do your best not to let others sabotage this for you. Don't self-sabotage. It's on the way if it's not here already. Y'all deserve this. And like we channeled in the last reading, happy tears are on the way. You will not be able to believe how amazing these things that are coming in are. Okay? Don't block your blessings. Don't let that King of Cups in reverse block your blessings. Encourage your partner, if you are a partner, to stay positive that everything is going to be okay. If you guys need to go to the doctor, please go to the doctor, because we did talk about acute illness and ailments and things such as that. Please go to the doctor if need be. But whew, collective, you guys got some. The energy is gaining momentum. Shit is popping off, and hopefully it just stays popping off in the good way. But I love you guys. I'm really proud of you. I hope you're proud of yourselves, and if you're not, you're about to be. That's all I'm gonna say. If you allow all of this to come in and you take the goat by the horns, because we saw Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle is approaching. Take the goat by the horns and just go with the flow and let it ride. You guys got this. All right. I will see you next week.
I think... Oh, more shadows.